Yeah, greetings, man, to all my friends and to all my family out there, man. It's on another bright day again, another good day, another sweet day to say thank God, man, for seeing the day. Nothing much, man. Just the reason I'm still on the same matter. 80% will talk now. Yeah, the last time I think we'll try to make a point of about who they really practice this word racism, you know. And I see some people idea how they view what is racism actually, but nevertheless I'll still follow my own view, because if we as Africans, if we generally as African no fight this battle ourselves, no stand up for ourselves, things no go ever change. Things no go ever change. We fold our hands, say, man, this world of racism, this world of black people being the most wretched or hungry or suffering people for the world. If we as Africa no come out and solve this problem ourselves, they can never solve it for us. Till that kingdom come, man. I don't want to talk too much. I go play one video where I don't observe, and I want more myself to observe and still get my own view from the video. Because a lot of things they happen for our nose, which we, the normal citizen, we not get awareness. But very surprising, all the people where they lead us, they get this awareness. And I did very shocked when I watched this video. I said, you don't mean it. You mean say we have been going through these things for years after years, and without even no leaders ever sit down and say why this thing they happen to us, you know. But nevertheless, I don't want to talk too much. I want to just put this video out there for my fans, for my friends to observe and to make their own conclusion, to get their own view.
Yeah, but it won't help. It'll just formalize the reality that poor countries can never repay their loans.
Senator, are you saying that you're opposed to debt relief for impoverished countries?
No, we should forgive the debts, but that's not going to help those countries very much.
Okay. What will?
Tax cuts. Some African tax rates are the highest in the world. In Tanzania, the 30% rate kicks in at $475 of income. Plus, they have a 20% value-added tax. It gets added to everything you buy. Those high tax rates make it impossible to build capital in those countries. So nothing gets built, not factories, not roads, not anything. Poor African countries have the lowest wage workers in the world. And yet a company like Nike, for instance, can't put a factory in one of those countries because of the oppressive tax rates. Taxes have killed any possibility of economic development. They've killed any hope of these countries ever helping themselves. And that leaves them completely at the mercy of charity and loans. And here's the worst part. You know why those countries have such high tax rates? Because of us. To show us that they can raise enough money to pay back their loans. But taxes can't raise any money if they kill the economies. So it turns out that the tragic, unintended consequence of our good intentions toward Africa, our kindness, is that we have encouraged those countries to lock themselves into a gruesome economic depression. If we don't urge those countries to cut their tax rates, they will never grow their economies. People will live lifetimes of unemployment. Disease will be rampant. Poverty will be permanent. And children will be hungry. And our charity will never be enough. Never.
So, I believe we ourselves, my brothers and my friends out there, we hear them from the man mouth now. The only one word now strike me. He say, as for your own awareness, if we no stand up, change things for ourselves, he say we go remain waiting poor till thy kingdom come. You see, this video make me understand one thing. Say, okay, really, now the system where they take the governor, we Africans be that. Because now evidence, say forever for America, there, watch the black states where the black dominate. Now that's now they take the kill them. Apart from that place, more come and watch all the places where they throw all the blacks put, all our brass put, for Caribbean, for Jamaica, all those places. Now the same level of tax poverty. They must say only waiting they wish for you to live with. Now charity with loan. More they beg to eat. So many they give us loan for we to pay more interest. Man, you only keep me to ask only one question. Our leaders, they know this thing very well. Just as I talk now, we the innocent civilians, now we don't know these things. So you keep me only ask only one question. That means what our leaders they go do for Uptown every year. What did they go do for United Nations where they say they won't go sit down and discuss? That means what did they go do for United Nations every year for 54 country in Africa? And when they go through this thing, no one president, no one leader that ever sit down ask the other leader 1 minute. If I they go through this thing, you they go through, and you they go through, why will not sit down discuss this issue and put an end to it? Because now very shocking news, it make me remember back when fella use one word, they say now who and who unite inside United Nations. I'll leave this video here, more continue to watch and in the boss brain.
Yeah, because there is a policy of the American government. It's called the Kissinger Report, which was produced in the mid-70s when Henry Kissinger was involved with the government. And it explicitly states, which to this day, it remains the official policy of the American government. It has not changed. It may not be implemented by Trump, but it remains the same. That the purpose of the foreign policy in Africa was to reduce the population. So to give aid to countries in Africa, not clean water and schooling and things like that, but contraception and abortion, in order to shrink the population of Africa because they have great mineral resources there.
That sounds diabolical.
It is, yes.
That sounds like something conceived in the mind of Margaret Sanger.
Yeah, definitely. And so at the time, Kissinger and those involved with the Carter administration wanted to shrink the population, make sure that the Africans do not develop and do not use the resources for themselves, because we in the States, we need them. There is a concerted effort of foreign powers to control the population of Africa. Africa is a huge continent, could feed thousands more people, but the policies of the West, especially in Europe. For example, between 1990 and the year 2000, the United States, Canada, and Europe contributed about $6 billion in contraceptives, not to help the people, not to give clean water, clean food. That is
not to fight malaria, for example.
No, of course, perish the thought, never.
Yeah.
Let them die. That's the whole idea. So in our work in HLI, we denounced this reality to make the Africans aware that they have to defend themselves against the influence of foreign powers.
Is it just the United States, or do you believe that China is also playing a role in jockeying for the resources of Africa?
China is playing a major role because China is buying property in Africa. For example, in Mozambique, which is a Portuguese-speaking language country, they when Portugal was in charge of Mozambique, they used to export rice. Now they are importing rice from China because they cannot produce. The socialism has wrecked the production of rice, and the Chinese come and buy farms. So about almost a third of Mozambique belongs to China. So I was in other countries of Africa, the same reality. In South Africa, the Chinese are buying property, buying land in Africa. And they send it.
God bless us, man. And more, always keep it real. One love with good style. Eh? Follow up this video and tell me your own view. Drop your comment at the background. Save.